Okay, then turn the volume up as high as possible when you speak up. Okay, I would like to call this meeting to order. The Select Board of July 10th, 2025 at 4 p.m. We have Emily Beer, Mark, and Matt Bills, and Mike DeSocio so far. That constitutes a quorum. So we were at 4:08, so we will continue with the meeting. Online we have Melissa Brown, and I guess we'll cover any changes to the agenda. Okay, hearing none, we'll move on to number 3, which is members of the public, unscheduled members of the public to speak. There aren't any. So move on to item 4. Oh, we have to approve the payroll warrant. So hang on. I'd like to make a motion to approve payroll warrant 2601 in the amount of $5,874.63. May I have a second?
One second.
Mark Bill seconded. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
It's unanimous. I'll pass it around for signature. Thank you, everybody, for coming in.
Do it. Yeah.
Okay, the next item of business is action is approving the 2026 tax rates. I gave you some. We'll walk you. I think it would be helpful just walk through this briefly. I spent some time with Melissa the other night going through it, and just to orient you, so this sheet, this sheet here, Melissa, we're looking at the sheet that says Town of Brookline tax rate calculation worksheet for 2025, 2026.
Yep, I got it right here.
It starts with the municipal grand list. So this must be, is this 1,297,822? Is that really 1 billion?
No, so it's only 1% of the grand list that we take and use for the tax rate.
Well, this is the value of all the properties in the town, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we only use 1% of it though. So yeah, I guess it would be like 1 billion or something, or 11.
That's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm getting at. So it's really, this value was last year was like 765 million. Something like that.
Whoa.
So the reappraisal is basically doubled the property value. As a matter of fact, that in the book.
That's what I thought when I looked at it. Pretty much looks like that.
Hey,
Hi, Mark. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Okay.
That's good.
The guys got me out of the pool. I'm not happy.
I think
Please
can you,
Are your shorts still soaking?
just by way of,
What?
Are your shorts still full of chlorine?
Are my shorts full? No, it's not too short. I didn't have any. It
Okay,
was nudie patootie.
solve that problem. Yeah.
Oh, I got this.
so for example, that number last year
Thank
was
you.
726. I guess that's 716 million. 716 million. And it looks like it's 1,297,000,000.
1
I think it's like 129 million.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, 129 million. I see. And this was 700.
7 million
Well, this would have been 7 million.
and 70
Wait a minute.
and 70.
What was last number? I'm confused. What's last year's number?
Yeah, it should be like 7,500,000 something thousand.
The last year, the number was 716,727. 716,727. And how many zeros do we have to add to this thing? So it must have been 71 million.
Yeah, that seems right.
It must have been 71 million.
Yeah,
and
that's right. Yep.
Now it's 123 million, 130 million. So it's roughly doubled. And
Yep.
that's the valuation work that was done. So that number passes the smell test.
So our taxes don't go up.
So our rate won't go up, our rate went down. So, all right, so, but anyway, so that's the number that we're spreading. Well, how much are we spreading? The general fund, and this is all these numbers kind of tie right out to the book. The general fund
Yeah.
expenses were 225,000 are budgeted. We have non-tax revenue of 29 million. And we're using,
29,000.
we're using.
Yeah,
from-
non-tax is 29,000.
Say it again?
You said 29 million.
Non-tax revenue is 29,797.
So let's start looking. Our general fund budget expenses is 225 million.
No,
We,
225,000.
I'm sorry, 225,000.
You were in the pool.
Our non-tax revenue is 29,000.
Yes,
Okay, our FY24 surplus, not 25, but 24 surplus is 43,511.
yes.
Okay, so that means that we need to cover through our tax rate $152,000.
Does surplus automatically go back into the general fund? Or is that something we voted
It's a
on?
decision. Yeah, it's a decision that
Okay.
gets made
Yeah.
at the town meeting.
Okay, couldn't remember if we did it then or not.
That's as
Okay.
I recall.
We?
Huh?
Yeah, I think we probably
It
did.
was definitely a warrant item.
Okay,
And so,
okay.
but I guess what my understanding is the law says, I think Doug told, you can either do this
Mm-hmm.
or you can vote to rebate it.
Right.
Oh,
So you can send anybody a check or do this. This is the easy way.
yes, this is better.
Okay. So
Nobody
there-
gets any money for that amount.
therefore, our tax rate has to include $152,000 of expenses
Okay,
get covered, okay? And if you take that $152,000 and you divide it over, you put that numerator in the denominator is 1,297,822,
Yeah.
you get this 11 cents or 0.11 tax rate,
Oh,
okay.
okay? And for example, last year, that number was 0.23.
0.23, so it's a little less. than-
Almost double, roughly. So,
Yeah,
so they
less than half.
basically they dropped in half because our tax costs have stayed roughly the same. They went up 1 or 2%,
Right,
but our base, the value of the properties went up 100%.
right.
So therefore the
see.
rate is dropped in half. No necessarily savings on taxes, but
Mhm.
everybody's tax rate went down because you're
Because their
spreading the
value
same
went up,
dollars
okay.
over a much larger base.
Okay,
Okay.
helpful.
Then you okay with me doing this, Melissa?
Yeah, sounds good. You're doing good.
You there?
Then we had an appropriation to fund $9,800 worth of community benefits to a bunch of different organizations. Remember, Paul, we voted to approve that.
Yep,
Appropriations, yeah.
We separately appropriated $2,500 to do some tree work.
It was
So
more-
that bumped the 152 up to 164.
okay,
Okay, and that's it for the general fund.
Uh-huh.
okay.
Okay. The highway fund, we started out with a budgeted 26 expenses of 364,300. That ties right out to the book.
Uh-huh.
Okay. We have in the book and in the budget 52,000 budget of non-tax revenue. I forget where those things come from, the various grants or whatever sources we have.
Uh-huh.
That's right in the book.
Uh-huh.
And then we decided that of the 200,000 we got from FEMA in 25,
Right.
that we would
35
take
-ish.
35,000 of that 25 surplus in essence, that for the year we just ended.
Right.
And we're gonna use that to reduce our tax base.
And 35 next year.
And 35 next year. I don't think we didn't make a motion yet, but we've
Yeah,
That's
we did.
on both years?
I believe so.
Okay, or whatever.
I believe so. At town meeting, I'm
Okay,
sure.
okay, that's okay. We'll come back to that. So, all right, but we definitely did for this
It's not a
year.
big deal anyway now.
And so that reduces the 364 down to 277.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Now,
Now, so FEMA money is not included in that, or is it?
what do you mean by FEMA money?
No. Wait a minute. The FEMA money for the storms. Is that
That's what that surplus is technically some of that FEMA money that came back for the highway fund.
right?
We
Was-
received the money in 25,
Right.
and we are going to have, well, we haven't seen it yet. We'll see it next Wednesday. We're going to end the year with a surplus.
Yeah.
25. And hopefully it's a big one. So
Right.
hopefully it's, I forget, $300,000
Mhm.
or 250 or something. But we're going to take 35 of that,
Right.
and we're going to use that to fund the 26 budget.
Right.
And that's that number right there.
That's right. Right.
Okay.
And then we're going to keep the rest of it for other purposes.
So that's not even, the rest of it's not even into that yet. That's out of, it's over here somewhere.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
promise.
So then we also, in addition to the general fund and the highway fund, we also found ourselves in a situation where we need to put money into the schoolhouse fund. Because while the schoolhouse used to fund itself and contribute to other things, in 26, we won't have the revenue we've had in prior years.
Great.
We're gonna have a couple of months because they're staying longer, but we budgeted 0.
Right.
So we budgeted that we would have expenses to keep the place mothballed and whatnot,
Right.
13 grand.
13
Okay.
grand.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's added to the really, I don't know if it gets, I guess it's a separate line item, Right.
Yeah,
but,
probably.
Yeah, I'm keeping it separate so we don't have to do that transfer in and transfer out, Mike.
okay,
Oh.
okay. So we'll have a schoolhouse tax fund, whatever you will, of 0.01 levied. Okay, and the general fund is 0.1268 tax rate. The highway fund is 0.2135.
Uh-huh.
The schoolhouse is 0.0100, and it all adds up to 0.3503
Right.
tax rate that
Okay.
we're approving here today.
Okay.
Okay. She also, let's see, we also we provide some credit to veterans. I don't know exactly how that works.
That's a good
You
one.
might know, but we provide tell us about this one, Melissa.
They get a
What's
tax
going
bill.
on?
She knows.
So the veterans, the state exempts only $10,000 per veteran, and we have 2 veterans, and then the town does an additional $30,000 exemption off their property for each veteran, which is the 60,000 that you see.
Yeah.
So with the state not exempting that additional 60,000, we have to make that up in education. And that's what that piece is for their homestead education rate.
So the state, they're getting a break from the state, but we have to.
So the state gives them the total break for each person is $40,000, but the state says we're only allowing $10,000. You guys are allowing 40, we say 10. So now the town has to pay that additional tax on that $30,000 assessed value.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so that's a assessed value. So it would drop the assessment of your property by 40,000.
Correct. Yep. Yep.
And the people who this applies to are Patrick Horrigan and Carmen D. Virgilio.
I know, come on.
Yeah, so it's like $700 and something total that has to be paid to the state for the education taxes. That's what the town has to make up and pay the difference.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so that adds the 0.0006 to the
Uh-huh.
tax rate. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
So all the homeowners are going to pay that instead of the veterans having to pay that themselves.
Okay.
Okay, so if you go to the next sheet, then you'll see those numbers kind of summarized on the top.
Uh-huh. What is it called?
getting us down to a total tax rate of 0.3509. That was last year by way of thing was like 0.7 or something. 0.62. 0.62. So I think if I'm comparing the apples to apples, the 0.35 was 0.62, so it didn't quite drop in half.
So on that tax sheet that I have you guys signing, it looks like there's an extra zero in there on where it says total municipal tax rate. It says 0.035. It should be 0.35.
Yep.
Yes. Yes, up above there, yeah.
Yeah.
Should I make that correction here?
Yeah, I would. I mean, it's correct on the bottom, but the top piece it's got an extra zero in.
Okay, so I've got one here in front of me that when we're ready, we'll vote and sign, okay?
Okay.
Now, what we don't have I don't have any detail on is the state components. It must be online or something, not that I've studied it, but these dollar amounts below, you can see that the homestead school tax rate is 1.1086. And then it gets added to if you're a homesteader, it gets added to the 3.3509 hours for a total of 1.4595. And if you're a non-homesteader, the state number is 1.0125, gets added to our 3509 to get the 1.3634.
So you pay less in property taxes if you're not homestead.
If you're not homestead.
That feels backwards.
Tell me about
What
it.
I understand, the
talking
little
about-
I understand is from town to town, that's different for some reason. I don't know why. Some
You sure about that?
Some towns, and the other thing I understand is this can swing from year to year. And I don't know why. But
I don't know.
But yeah, in this town, you're paying less if you're not homestead. Usually most places you pay more.
Right.
No, they're.
Like I have a house in Rhode Island and I'm not a homesteader there and they charge me more.
Right. I should have
Yeah.
tried to keep my Florida
So
residency.
that's great. So I lay down and then more appeal. So it works out.
Right, more everywhere. Right. That's what I feel right now.
Well,
Okay.
they're talking about changing it. Well, the whole education thing.
Melissa, what do you know about this, about what I said about it swinging from town to town? And
I think it goes by per student, how many kids each town has going to certain districts and everything.
Huh.
how's Newfane? Is Newfane of a similar situation where non-homesteaders pay less, or do they pay?
Oh yeah, yeah, that's normal. So for Newfane's tax rate, our homestead is 2.11 and our non-homestead is 1.9289. So we're quite a bit higher than you guys.
We should talk to the state legislature about this.
Well, they're already considering
Yeah.
out-of-staters
Especially
paying
with all
more.
of our housing problems in the
Well,
state.
it's more that the tax burden is going to be astronomical.
True, true. But if you want to make more money and disincentivize second homes sitting empty for
My
10 months of the year,
my
increase those taxes.
my accountant said, like she was surprised when she saw this.
Yeah.
When she was doing my taxes.
Uh-huh.
She said, because she does them all over the various towns. And she said that in most cases, I thought I heard in most cases, non-homesteaders pay more, or in her experience. And I don't know why what
Yeah.
they're gonna get, and we
Right.
can't do
We
anything
can't
with
do
that.
anything.
So
For some reason, that's the way it is in Vermont. The whole education way property taxes fund has been bogus for 50 years.
Yeah.
And they,
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard, but they're redoing the whole thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, we're following.
And this is a
Right.
part of it, the discussion of whether to raise out-of-staters. It doesn't meet the smells test. I mean,
Oh,
why should somebody out of state be paying less in taxes?
well, I'll give it an argument for it. I'm not.
Well, they're
They
not
don't use the
sending
school
kids to
system.
schools,
They don't use the
right?
school system.
Right.
Okay,
So
okay.
the
I don't
reason
either.
they
Right. Doesn't mean either.
yeah, but I mean that you actually
Yeah.
it doesn't make
I
sense.
asked for
It does make sense.
Right. If you look at a narrow issue, like the narrow issue is education taxes, and there's a reason for it.
Right.
Well, I
But-
mean, if you don't live here, you're gonna theoretically use
Smart.
less resources, but
Yeah,
most, in my experience in life, they set it up to tax the non-residents more because
right,
they can,
right,
and they don't vote, right?
right.
You don't have a vote, so those that do vote,
Oh, well, they're more,
vote to,
is it fair to say they're probably have better income? They're more wealthy than. in the
Right, if they
state.
have a second home.
If you got two homes as opposed to one, you've got to have a better income.
okay,
Well, see, yeah, it goes down a whole,
okay.
I analyze.
Okay, all right, yeah, I don't, yeah, so we're not here to do
Yeah, I
anything.
can do
Right,
that.
we don't have any power over
We
this.
should just vote. and go.
Zero.
All right, I'm ready to vote.
Okay, I'd like, so do you want to make a motion, Emily?
Sure, I'll see if I phrase it the right way. I will make a motion to approve a total municipal tax rate of 0.3503, veteran tax rate of 0.0006, for a total tax rate of 0.3509.
Second.
You do you want a second?
Yeah, I'll ask for a second, please. Bruce seconds.
Bruce seconds. Any discussion?
No, I'll third.
Hearing none, all those in favor of approving the motion as stated, respond by saying aye.
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 It's unanimous. The tax rate passes. Okay. Melissa, anything else to tell us on that topic today?
No, that should be it. We will print out the tax bills tomorrow. Was there any word on the credit card situation?
Who?
Yeah, I'm
The word?
behind. We were gonna look at that contract. I haven't done it yet. We talked about if we wanted to try and,
Oh, yeah, so we said, they're probably not going to accept us.
Accept it.
I forget that, was I supposed to do something, or were you
I
supposed
think it was, yeah, it was maybe me. I was gonna look at it tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, no, nothing right now.
Okay, I was just wondering because I was going to put a notice in if we were going to go forward with it, saying that they could pay online. So,
Oh,
We voted to go forward with it,
Right.
and
Yeah.
now we're in the,
Right.
whether or not we want to haggle with the terms of the agreement. I'm guessing in the end, we'll probably won't.
yeah.
all right, I'll hold off on putting a notice in with the tax bills and just wait, and we'll do something different.
Yeah, we should do something by the next meeting, right? So that way
Yeah.
they can pay the taxes with it.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Okay.
We'll resolve it by the next meeting.
That's fine.
Okay. Okay.
They'll be gone by then, so no worries. We'll figure out another way to do it.
Okay. Okay. I just having that said, I think I will adjourn the meeting.
Do we need for minutes?
Pardon me?
For minutes? Should we,
Oh,
do we send it to Vanessa or one of us type them up?
I'll write the minutes out.
Okay.
I'm kind of the culprit on this one, so I'll do it. Right. So I will adjourn the meeting at,
Did you approve the payroll?
yes, we did,
Okay, I signed.
4:15.
So we don't need to sign and date, nothing, just our verbal.
Oh, yes, we should. No, we should sign the date this.
And are we all on one page or are we all?
One, let me pass it
Right
out.
here,
Okay,
copy.
we need this for Melissa.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, so I think I've just adjourned the meeting. You can shut the board.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye,
Melissa.
Melissa.
Thank you,
Melissa.
Melissa.
Bye.